Have you ever had a great idea only to give up on it because of a big setback? Hey there, my name is Joshua Marchant and I'm a creative designer. In my last video, I explained how I came up with my big idea for my next NFT project called Roscoe's World. So I was all set to start creating my Roscoe's World coloring book, and I had created 15 of the 30 pages for the first volume of Roscoe's World. Now, before I had started designing the coloring pages, I had researched as much as I could on coloring books and who else may have done what I was trying to create. Now, to my surprise, not many people in the world of NFTs do anything more than sell you just an image. But there are a few people out there with the same concept idea of creating NFTs around a real world product than giving the profits from the sales of the product to the NFT owners. Since I had seen a few other people doing the same concept that I was trying to do, I figured I was in the clear, but I did not do enough research. It was when I was designing the second half of Roscoe's World that I found out about the Howie Test. For those of you who don't know what the Howie Test is, let me explain. The Howie Test was created by the SEC, or the Security Exchange Commission. This test determines what is a security. So if you pass the test, then you have to register with the SEC. But if you fail the test, then you can move forward without any problems from the SEC. I know it's a bit confusing, but if you pass the test, you fail, and if you fail the test, you pass. So as you can imagine, I was very worried about this test. I had already completed half of my project. I had 6 months of work. So I took the test, and the test consists of 4 pillars. And if your idea meets all 4 pillars, then you pass the test, or in our case, fail the test. Now, I have already done a video explaining this test and what it means. And for those of you who are interested in seeing that, you can see it in the comments or the description, depending on which platform you're watching this on. Spoiler warning, I passed the test, which means that I was not able to move forward with my NFT idea without registering with the SEC, which can cost a lot of money and time, and I just didn't have it. I was crushed. I was so excited about this new idea of mine that I had spent the last 6 months creating this amazing world, and now I'm being told I can't move forward with my original idea. So what do you do when your hopes and dreams were crushed by some stupid test that was created in the 1930s? Do you give up? Do you start another idea? Or do you continue growing your idea knowing that the SEC could shut you down and you lose everything you created? Well, I wasn't really willing to break the law for my idea or start over on another. And I believe there's only one way to become a failure in this world, and that is to give up. You can fail at something 1,000 times and not become a failure. All you did was figure out 1,000 ways on how not to do it. But if you give up, then you truly are a failure. Never give up on yourself. If you believe in something or want something bad enough, then do what it takes to make it happen. See it through until the end. It may not end up the way you intended, but as long as you succeed at what you started, then you can never be considered a failure. Sorry, that came off a bit preachy, but it doesn't make it any less truthful. So after I was done feeling sorry for myself, I decided that I was going to recreate and redesign Roscoe's World. But this time, make sure that it fails the Howie Test so that I can move forward with my idea. And so after a couple more months of redesigns, I had finally finished my first volume of Roscoe's World. But this time, it's better and stronger than it was before. I have 4 times the amount of designs than I did before, and I came up with a bigger and better idea than what I had originally created. I believe everything happens for a reason, not religiously, but universally. Because after it was all said and done, this setback helped me build my idea bigger and better than it was before. So don't look at your setbacks negatively. Look at them as something that your idea needs to become a great idea for your future. See you next time on the next big NFT project.